Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing? Hey, listen, you can count on me. One, two, three, and I'll be there. Hey, I get it. I get it. Maybe I'm not the freaking best singer, but anyways, I wanted it to give you a little bit of not the routine thing here. So, welcome everybody. Welcome Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Welcome, welcome. And I got something very special for you. But before we enter into discussion, you know, think for a moment, okay? Because think for a moment what we're going to be covering. Just because the music is over doesn't mean you should go ahead and put it down below. Just because the music is over doesn't mean that you should what? That you should stop dancing. We got to be dancing. Hey, listen, you guys got to get out. You guys got to cut all the, social media negativity out there, as well as cut completely, the media, the negative stuff of the media, because every single thing, it's about the coronavirus and trust me, I care about it. Trust me, it's important. I think people's lives, it's critical. But you know what people are not mentioning, and this is precisely why I wanted it to make sure that you understand what I'm going to be sharing here today with you. But I want to get to the point, all right? Because think for a moment, all right? For the past about a year, a little bit more. It was probably a little bit more. It's probably been a year and a half that we felt that we were on borrowed time. And I even shared it with several colleagues, and I said, "Hey, listen, eventually the music is going to be over. Eventually the music is going to be over. Have you ever played?" Gone to like a party and have the music, and it's like music chairs or something like that is called, where you're basically walking around the chairs, and then when they stop the music, then somebody's going to be without a chair, and the whole goal is that you got a seat on a chair, right? Well, the music is over, and that doesn't mean you should stop dancing or you should stop going forward to what you got to go through. Trust me, one thing for sure that I can tell you straight flat out is that we're all going to live through these moments, okay? We're all going to live through these moments. And I just want to give you some truths and realities so that we can get it out of the way, and then we can focus on the items that I want to make sure that you totally understand, so that we can shift mindsets. Because trust me, the first few days about all this, shutdowns and lockdowns and shelter homes and things of that, that's when for a moment it was like, shoot, this is confusing, this is scary, this is daunting, this is and then it hits your reality, and then it comes to a point where, what, accept the fact that it's going to get messy, that it's going to get bloody, and that we're not going to get killed by the virus, okay, by the physical virus. We're going to get killed because of what the freaking government is doing by shutting everything down. And once again, I hope that I'm wrong. I completely hope that that whatever I'm saying is just totally not real. But when you get to see and see past through the curtains and see past through all the garbage out there, the reality is that they're killing America by basically by the financial virus. Okay, I'm gonna call it the financial virus. Okay, and guess what? Yeah, in the next 2-3 weeks, there's gonna be, I don't know, 5 million, 10 million, I don't know how many millions of people that won't have a job. And guess what? Things are not moving the way they were supposed to be. But just accept the fact that that's where we are. Put it to a side, and I just want to give you some perspectives. Look how critical it is. And this is why it's often better not to even watch the news and cut all the negativity. Let me tell you why. Because I went to Google, and I've actually said, okay, how many people have actually passed away from the coronavirus in the US? And they said 217. That's what Google said. And then I said, how about from people that suicides? 4,000 a month. How about from people that, error by doctors? 20,000 a month. Now, this is Google saying. I don't know if we can rely on those numbers or not. But what I'm saying is, leave me a message down below. Share this info with other people and see, what do they agreed on. And doesn't mean that I'm right or wrong. It just means that we got to hit the reality. We got to hit truth. you know why we don't see suicides on television, why we don't see people, doctors, errors and mistakes on television, why we don't see it as often as we're seeing this virus that honestly has basically, killed, unfortunately, has killed, 200 and some odd people, and it just bogs me down that, what, they're using this thing because they got a financial agenda behind this. And, just a wake up call. Just a wake up call for you to, do your own due diligence. And, hopefully, like I said, hopefully I'm wrong on that. That doesn't mean we should not be taking care of our bodies, our health, our wealth, our well-being with the families. That means that we should. But come on, there's other things that are bigger than that. And I want to share the following. Okay, I'm gonna share one of the biggest mindset shifts that I had to do, in the prior crash of 2008, and that it served me really, really well. And I want to give it to you. I want to give you that value to you, and that is the philosophy of day zero. And I want you to go back in time when you were first starting either a job or a date night, or you were dating somebody, or your first, a child, or, something that you were doing it for the very first time. Day zero is right before you were going to get into that moment. The adrenaline was up, the vision was up, the energy was up, the hopes were up, everything was up, and you were courageous. You were willing to do whatever it takes in order to get things rolling and getting moving, right? Well, guess what happened? Ever since the last crash, day zero for me has been every day I must remain broke. I must act as if I'm broke. I must be day zero. In other words, don't let it be a routinary. Don't let it be, boring. Don't let it be the same way all the time. And that's one of the things that I implemented right away, from the previous crash that have served really, really well. One of the biggest mistakes that I literally see, that many people do, whether it's a good economy or bad economy, is that they start having some small results and then they kind of level off. And then something disrupts it, and then the results, goes down. And then the person, because of their thermometer, they go back up a little bit, and then they, level off. And then they do it again. Something disrupts it, and then they go back up, and then level off. And then something disrupts it, and they never allow themselves to literally experience greatness in their life because they were not courageous, consistent, hungry. They were not working in their beliefs. So anyways, what I wanted to share with you today is up to you if you want to adopt day zero or not. It's a philosophy that I've been obviously living by. And day zero is stay as hungry or even hungrier than, than where you were. And I'm using it as an example because, when you were, once again, dating, or when you were about to start a new job, or you were going independent, or whatever, whatever that means to you, think about day zero, right before you were really literally achieving that level, either of success or a relationship or whatever. Guess what? The reason why you achieved it was because you had the right energy, right? So you gotta basically let the old energy go away and focus on the new energy. But by focusing on the new energy is going to require you being conscious, purposeful, and things like that. So day zero philosophy: remain broke even when things are going great. Remain broke. Remain broke. Remain broke. Remain broke. And guess what? That's one of the things that we implemented even while things were super great. We were literally just knowing and understanding that, hey, we must operate with that same philosophy, because the day will come, and that day, I believe, is here, that we need to, continue to implement that. Not only that, make sure that you're developing discipline, okay? Ingrain it in your head. If you don't got discipline, let me tell you, how are you going to come out of all this mess? Everybody's going to live through it. most of the people are going to live through it. The question truly begins, or truly is, how do you want to get to the other side of the of the board game? Do you want to have a great great development of yours as well as results, or do you just want to be watching how other people are going to do what they what you wanted to do for you? Okay, so that's very important. Discipline. Number two, courageous. You gotta have the courage to do what is necessary and not to do what is comfortable. Three, you gotta be hungry, ladies and gentlemen. Hunger, not only the hunger of eating so that you can get physical food, but hunger of making sure that you're going to become someone extraordinarily better in the process. Okay, and last but not least, number four is just accept the darn thing that is that we're in a moment in life that it's gonna get ugly or great depending on how well we are taking it. So hopefully this helps you, and I wanted to give you some truth out there so that you don't continue to be either on denial or continue to be on the negativity mode. Let's switch over. Let's get moving. Let's get going. At the end of the day, we're gonna have to live through it. So hopefully you go through it with the right mindset. Day zero needs to be implemented. Day zero needs to be lived. Day zero needs to be obviously the example, because believe it or not, oftentimes one of the biggest mistakes that I realize is people have just a little bit enough results that they feel that they've achieved something better than before, and then they stop. They stop because their success thermometer, their belief system wasn't high enough to sustain more. Hopefully that's not the case with you. Congratulations for being here with me today. And wherever you are, make sure that you're staying healthy, eating healthy, and at the same time, ladies and gentlemen, make sure that you're sharing obviously these videos with other ones. All right. And keep in mind, you're one freaking real estate deal away from changing the whole thing. You just got to obviously, be fully aware, fully prepared of where is it that is going to come. All right. So anyways, it's coming, and it's coming, and they're here. It's really just a matter of if we're ready. And if we're not, this is the time to be ready. All right. Congratulations. Get to see you next time, wherever you are. Your friend Raul Luna here, founder of English.rauluna.com. Thank you.